I haven't had a good clap in a while.
Yo, welcome back to the How'd I Get Here podcast, the podcast for positivity, progression, finding your own path. It is your co-host, Mr. Brown, Broken Guapo, 10 toes down, big head up, and I don't give a what.
Fuck! Sorry. I ain't mean to yell. I'm a little excited today. So, it's your boy Spence, Mr. 20%, wealth strategist, King Aquarius, all that fun stuff. Another day above ground, as Jacob says, here at the Creative Campus.
Creative Campus brought to you by Crossover.
Court Vision. It's brought to you by Court Vision. It's the Creative Campus powered by Court Vision.
So who's Crossover? You get
Subaru?
crossed over because you're on Court Vision.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Who brought this guy? What up, bro? How you living today?
It's been a long week.
And it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Bro, today's the most Thursdayest Tuesday of ever, and I'm about to put this dry ass gum in my mouth.
I heard every.
That's the issue with how you set the audio up today is picking everything up.
Ooh, okay. That's true, yeah, because we could hear them like clear as day.
Yeah, we can't do that anymore.
You want to go through there and like let them do? But yeah, it's been a long week. it's been
over here putting chicken out my teeth. Good luck, Ash.
Yeah, it's been. Oh, you know what? You know what I did? I know what I did.
Ash, she fixed it.
Ooh, child. It's a little bit better, right?
It's a lot better.
Okay.
Way better.
Yeah, because I was sitting back here. I was like, it's picking me up.
Yeah, it's way better.
Where we learning. So
we getting better every day because we the best podcast in CT. You're
proven.
Actual factual, Samuel.
So as we like to start, question of the day. And to be honest, because we're coming to the end of Q1, I'm just gonna make it super simple. So,
bro, this gum didn't even fucking last.
It's Hubba Bubba.
Seconds.
Is it even the Max or is it just a regular Hubba Bubba?
Who's Max? I'm not chewing Max.
You never had Hubba Bubba Max? I can hear all of that. Yeah, so we coming up to the end of Q1. So I'm gonna keep today's question super simple.
I went to Theta, because you said the Q's and the Thetas.
Q1, quarter one. What are your goals for the second quarter of this year?
So I had set like 3 major goals,
Major key
at the beginning of the year that are all separate. And I noticed or think that it's not realistic to try to do multiple major things at once if they're not all aligned. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that. So I am tackling one thing I'm focusing on one thing while chipping away at the other two. You know, like getting started, setting the groundwork. So the second thing that I want to focus on quarter 2, and maybe this is how I do it, 3 major things, and then the fourth tie them all together. Second thing I really want to focus on bigger than goals and getting my coaching up and popping. Nice. More than it already is.
I like that.
And putting more energy and time into that. And I want to read more. Yeah. What? I got 2 memoirs, Carmelo Anthony's and Will Smith's. Hey, Carmelo, Will, come on the show.
Yeah, Will, I got some questions, bro.
But with all that being said, like I've opened up the Carmelo one and I got to it, but sometimes I get home and it's like, bro, I don't really feel like reading, or, you know, I just want to find more time, because memoirs on people that I actually fuck with are actually very intriguing and like will get me roped in. But it's hard to find the time to read, especially because that's not something
you like to do.
Right.
Can you, because even when it comes to podcasts, you're a visual person, so can you listen to an audiobook and retain that information? Nah.
What if you do both? What if you like listen to an audiobook while you have a physical book in your hand?
That'd be stupid to me.
Because you'd have to.
The best of both.
Yeah, I guess at that point, just make him a movie. He said, "I've never read any of the Harry Potter books, but I know exactly what happened."
All of them. Bro, funny story about that. So my dad used to try and get us to read when we were kids. So one summer when one of the Harry Potter books came out, he was like, all right, if you read this book and write like a 1-page essay on it, I'll give you $100. Right? I was young. Like
a Harry Potter book?
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather can't even read a page out of a Harry Potter book, and he wants you to read a full one?
I mean, why not?
Why you just shit on him?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
why'd you shit on me? Fuck Mayweather.
Because how old were you?
It was like elementary school, like 5th, 6th grade.
Is that elementary school reading? I read Holes in 5th grade.
You could read the first book.
Yeah, this was like one of the first 2 books.
Oh, okay.
The first 2 books are pretty easy.
Because I remember like books back then being like that.
Yeah, no, it was probably like 5th or 6th grade because I still lived in Yeehaw. So what I did was I just read the titles of a couple chapters and read the first page and then just wrote a page because I was like, I know my dad ain't read this shit.
That part.
And
Damn. Is this before Cliff Notes?
Bro, yeah, I guess. I was hustling before I'm a hustler. I don't know what I just did. The dance, but I think I did the young jock to the. Yeah. So, what are your goals for Q2?
So goals for Q2, I want to start making more organic personal and professional relationships with folks. So
intertwined or separate?
I mean, both. It's hard for me to have a business relationship with someone and not have a personal relationship because I have to like you.
But can you have a personal relationship and not have a business relationship with them?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I found that's actually better when it comes to dealing with people you're close with and friends because it's quick. It's easy to start thinking differently of people when they don't support you, when it's so easy. But that's another topic.
So when they say they're going to come on the show and don't show up?
Or just like, how hard is it to like, share, comment, or share your thoughts? If you don't like it and you think we ain't shit, you can still tell us. But
any interaction, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
That part. So really just fostering more relationships like that. Generic shit, continue to grow my practice. I need to get ready for enrolling in school in the fall. Yo, do you know it costs money for you to get your transcript from a school? Just to call and have you tell me what the fuck my grades are? I gotta pay you for this?
Yeah, bro.
That's
the education system is a scam,
bruh.
Like, bro, even down to the public school system, right? If I get fired for saying this, I really don't give a fuck. Y'all need me more than I need you.
Here we go.
I was talking with some students today, right? And school uniforms were created from an equity standpoint, right? So it was created to make all kids feel equal. Some kids can't afford the J's, the express pants, the so on and so forth. So if we put them in uniform, they all wear the same khakis, they all wear the same shirt. Now here's the catch. School uniform shirts are not free, right? So they give out one free shirt at the beginning of every school year. And I could only speak to my school. Now, there's no saying that shirt is going to fit me next year or even in 6 months. So if we're talking about equity, I now have to go buy more school shirts and it has to be in uniform, right? So now I'm still spending whatever money it is, either that's going back into your school or the Marshalls, Walmart, Express, wherever I'm getting my polo shirt from. Where's the equity?
So that's the reason why they started having
equity.
Really?
To create equality because they felt that kids...
Equality or equity?
No, well...
Because you're throwing me off.
No. it's an equity standpoint, but it was to create the equality of it from everyone through an equity standpoint. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because I know I went to classical magnet, go Gladiators. And yeah, we wore uniforms. It's pretty straightforward though. I mean, yeah, we had to pay for it, but I guess, I mean, you have to pay for regular clothes. I'm pretty sure uniforms are probably cheaper than regular clothes.
But that's the thing. If I'm going to Walmart, right, and just getting 10 Hanes shirts, right?
Yeah.
That's cheaper than a $25 or $35 polo shirt. $20 polo, and especially a polo shirt I'm only wearing to school. Whereas I can buy you these 5 mixed color shirts. You could wear them to school. You could wear them to gym. You could wear them to the park. You could wear them to a party. You're getting more use out of the clothes that are in your dresser than a school uniform.
I don't think so, because you're at school 5 days a week, damn near 40 hours. You're as a kid, you're in school more
right,
than
but now
else.
I have to buy more clothes.
So they only give you that one shirt.
Right. As opposed to, I don't have, imagine if you didn't have to buy uniform at all.
I guess. I don't really see it. I get what you're saying.
And then on top of it, right, when I was a kid going to magnet schools, we were allowed to wear navy blue, gold, and white, right? Like we had
probably depending on your school,
right?
colors.
Depending on your school colors, right? And then you had short sleeve, long sleeves, school hoodies, cardigans, and fleeces, right? Okay. Now it's short sleeve, long sleeve, or a school fleece, all the same color.
You don't like that?
That's stupid.
Why?
Well, one, where's the self-expression? So we're kind of already grooming our kids to fit a mold.
That's what school's for. Yeah.
Which is taking me back to my initial point of school being a scam.
Yeah.
Right. Secondly, what if I can only afford 2 blue shirts? Right.
You're a funky ass kid.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Right. But Monday I get applesauce on my shirt. Tuesday I got ketchup on it. Didn't have the time or resources to fully clean the shirt. Yeah, maybe I could wash it in the sink, but hello, there's still going to be some remnants of something on that shirt come Wednesday. And I can't cover it up with a school covered hoodie or whatever.
Yeah.
See, my thing is, so I went to classical from 8 to 12, right? 8th grade to I graduated. Yeah, like I hit puberty, I got bigger, but I also had like, I had like a lot. I probably had at least 12 polos. I had like 8 different pairs of pants.
Okay, you were fortunate. And there's a difference between going to classical and going to Kennelly school.
Okay, well, okay, so you're talking about a specific, like, what is it, middle school?
It's a K through 8 Hartford Public School.
K through 8 Hartford Public School. So you mean to tell me these kids don't have clothes outside of school that cost the same amount as a uniform? Or sneakers that are hundreds of dollars?
Some of them don't.
But some of them do. Like you'll never win across the board. Like, yes, there's going to be shitty situations for people, but there's also going to be people who like, yeah.
So look at the Hartford demographic. You're looking at more shitty situations than you are good situations.
Yeah, but it would be a shittier situation if that kid came to school wearing that dirty ass Hanes like.
But that's the thing, he's wearing a dirty ass shirt anyways.
Yeah, but at least everyone's wearing that same dirty shirt.
But that's the thing. If he had more money to put towards actual clothes, then he wouldn't have to wear that dirty shirt.
But to your point, the family doesn't have more money regardless, so you might as well all
They're
wear the
spending
same
it
thing.
on uniform shirts.
That's bad budgeting.
Guys,
with all the free money that people been giving out, like
I cannot wait to get to the empathy part of today's conversation. Jesus fucking Christ.
I just don't see. I hear what you're saying.
Coming from the guy that just said I had 12 polo shirts.
Yeah,
no shit.
Between 5 years of going to the same school, wearing a uniform, bro,
there's no way the same shirt that you wore in year 1 fits you in year 5.
And I addressed that, but like, yeah, actually, no, I was a 2-3X nigga majority of my life. Like I've been a 2 or 3X nigga, but it's I hear what you're saying, but I think it would be just as bad for those kids if they didn't have a uniform. Cause then they wearing Payless whatever shit.
They're already wearing Payless shit.
Okay, so
they're just wearing Payless khakis,
and it would be worse if it was just a Payless $2 shirt.
Because here's the thing, and then we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Right. These come from Marshalls. right?
Uh-huh. I'm a
example.
yeah.
Right? These sweatpants come from Marshalls. Oh, you a broke nigga, you wearing Marshall sweatpants. Whatever. These same khakis are also coming from Marshalls. So they're shopping at the same places. They're just getting different shit. So whatever would apply to you in sweatpants is also applying to you in
So they have to wear
khakis.
a different top.
What do you mean?
Like, so if they would be wearing the same bottoms,
You would just
anyways,
have more of a variety, is my argument.
you just a dressing ass nigga, and you want better for them. That's it.
I'm a dressing nigga. Only reason I don't wear sweatpants every day on the podcast is because I come straight from work.
But like your sneaker closet is like
That's sneakers. And I wasn't always this way.
you can't dress without. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, I was not always this way.
Okay,
I wore Pumas in high school.
I'd rather.
Nothing's wrong with Pumas. It's just, oh shit.
First of all, there's somebody sponsored by Puma right now. That wait.
It ain't us. Yo, Puma, sponsor your boy.
Not now. But yeah, I personally like it.
Bro, maybe that'd be a good conversation one day. The nitty and gritty of like the school system, public up to collegiate. I think that'd be interesting.
No private.
Well, I was because
Yeah.
I didn't want to say. Well, I could have said K through college.
Because private schools wear uniforms.
Right. All right. Because I was gonna go on another tangent, but today's topic: emotional intelligence versus self-awareness. Now,
Verse or and.
verse / and or they, them, it. Can I say that?
Pronouns.
It just
You're trying to
did.
show the inclusive side, sure.
You said if I'm trying to show my nipples.
Inclusive side.
Oh yeah, all of them. We talking about them all. So self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Let's start right here. Simple. What is emotional intelligence? First off, I want you to give me your definition and then give me the actual definition. Like the dictionary definition and then like your. Is that not because you look?
Yeah. My thing is, you looked at me like I had that bad boy looked up, but
I thought you did.
Nah.
Oh my bad.
the alley was.
You had something there, and it was actually the same definition as I have as emotion. We are all over the fucking place today.
It's been a day. It's been a day. So that was funny. All right, so the definition of emotional intelligence: the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions and to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically.
I feel like T.I. just read that shit when you said judicial. Yo, T.I., come on the show, bro.
I got some questions for him too.
When you shoot him, just don't shoot me, bro.
Because we know you got him.
So yes, emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, manage your own emotions and those of the people around you.
I think that is, you have to be reflective enough to understand your own emotions and then be able to observe and understand others based on specific situations.
So part of emotional intelligence, I think the two key factors is why you're feeling what you're feeling and what you're feeling and what made you feel that way. Would you agree with that? You need me to say that again?
Why you're feeling what you're feeling.
Why you're feeling what you're feeling.
Yep.
Well, first, you need to acknowledge, oh shit,
Where did
I'm
it
feeling
come from?
something.
Where did it go? Yeah.
Yo, did you know that the spider in my room, I named him Cotton Eye Joe?
Because you can't find him.
Because I want to know where did he come from and where did he go? Yo, shout out my guy Drew.
Was that a Drew joke?
No, but so the feelings, right? First, you have to acknowledge that, oh shit, I'm feeling something, right? Then it's what am I feeling, right? And then it's why am I feeling this? What made me feel this way?
I would agree with that.
How good, and I feel like I know the answer, how good are you at acknowledging, all right, I'm feeling something, what is it, why?
I would say 90 percentile.
You can just figure it out?
Yeah.
How?
Because I have simplified my emotions down to like to like a solid 10 to 20.
Okay.
So I don't need sometimes, like, I was sad one time. I think I was sad like 3 or 4 months ago, and I was like, "What the fuck am I feeling right now?"
You've only been sad once in the last 4 months?
Yeah, the fuck.
Nigga, I'm sad 3 or 4 times a week.
You should talk to somebody.
I be getting over it, but like, damn.
But like, so I guess what makes you sad, and like, why would you be around it constantly?
Well, sometimes you can't help it.
It's like people listening to SZA. Right.
SZA, come on the show. Come check this guy.
Please.
Bro, sometimes I think, well, one, there's levels to sadness, right? Like, just because I say I'm sad doesn't mean I'm in this, like, always this deep depression, and like, it could just be a moment of lowness. You know what I mean? Like, it could be in my day that I thought about something, I thought the thought, and then it goes on. You know what I mean? Like, comes and goes. It could be a flashback. I could be critiquing myself at any moment. I'm not sitting here and say it overpowers me, but, and maybe I'm speaking inaccurately, but I would maybe say I feel sad, some sort of sadness, at least once a day.
Really?
I could honestly and like wholeheartedly say that.
You feel it or you observe it? Because I observe sadness all the time.
Like within yourself?
No. Sorry, I don't mean to say it like that. But like, I can observe people being sad. Like, oh wow. Or like, I can understand.
Look at that sad motherfucker.
I can understand something being a sad situation. I literally, somebody's family member passed away recently. That I didn't know about it. I guess he posted it on social media, and then one of our friends called us because we're all supposed to do separate speaking engagements. He was like, "Yo, could you do this? Such and such is going through a tough time, whatever." Like, all right, cool, yeah. Like, I mean, have you talked to him? Like, did you ask him? Like, I don't know. I feel like he has a lot of things going on right now. It'd be a little insensitive to ask. Which I was like, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But I guess in my head, I'm like, I mean, this was already pre-planned. I understand things happen, and very unfortunate things happen, and you can't really
plan for
these things and like understand like how you're gonna go about things in that moment. But also, like, I guess it's insensitive to say, but like, things go on and you still are at previous engagements. I think you still need to send something out like, hey, listen, this happened, I can't do this anymore. Like, is that fucked up to say?
No, I was trying to figure out where you were going with the statement, because I thought you were gonna say like, my nigga, your family member died, you should still speak. Like, I thought that, yeah, get it. That's why I was like, hold on, bro. But no,
you're still living. No, that's crazy.
I do agree that at some point there should have been some sort of communication, because what if he did still want to speak at that engagement as like an escape, and that other person spoke for him?
That part.
So I think
I think it's a tough subject and a tough thing to address. But in my head, I mean, y'all know me. My first thing, I was like, well, did you call and ask him? He's like, I feel like that's a little insensitive to do right now when like he's going through a lot. So
it's really all about delivery, and how you approach it. Because if you were to just be like, hey bro, do you still want to talk on Saturday at the library? It's like, bro, my dog just died. Like, what are you talking about? But if you were to approach it in a manner of like, hey, I know a lot of things are going on. It was your turn to speak. We're okay covering you, but we just wanted to run it by you. Sorry if this is not a good time. It's being as empathetic towards that person in the situation.
Yeah, and that's where being self-aware and emotional intelligence comes into play, and empathy. Because like I said, I've said it multiple times, I got empathy for people, but sympathy, fresh out.
Well, we're gonna get to empathy. Let's go like to the root of emotional intelligence, right? Where I don't know if you could just pinpoint one specific situation, but what would you attribute your emotional intelligence to?
Being shy and observant as a kid.
Elaborate on that.
You learn more by being the quietest person in the room. So if you are the person who can just sit somewhere and observe, you learn a lot more by being the one who's talking and being the center of attention. And I say that because it's powerful watching people interact with others and interact with you, and their raw like emotions and mannerisms are being shown. Like there's nothing, it might be a facade, you might have a mask on, but eventually like I'm gonna see some chinks in that armor and like understand a lot more about you than you probably realize. So I remember being in 5th grade at Bowers Elementary School, and I was standing outside talking to one of my friends, and throughout the entire conversation I was just thinking, like, I'm looking at you, I'm so curious, like if I was in your position looking through your eyes, like what you see. And that was pretty much the moment when I started kind of having a bird's eye view on most conversations and situations, just thinking like, how is this being viewed on the outside looking in like all aspects?
Word. It's interesting the first thing you said, quietest person in the room, right? Because, and I know you've picked this up about me a long time ago, right? When I first meet people, I actually don't like people. So I will actually be very, very quiet in early interactions until I can read a person in a situation, right? But then going to your second point of like, oh, the person that is the loudest in the room, oftentimes that is me, but also because I can control the narrative because I've already read the room. Yeah, you know what facts. I mean? And it's like, but I do agree that reading the room first, whereas as a kid, I would just dive in. Now it's like, be more calculated and intentional and aware of not only your emotions, but the emotions of others, the energy of people's, the intentions of others before you dive in and go maneuver that room, you know?
I call it strategic outburst. Because it's actually one of the most fun things for me is meeting a stranger and like setting the tone for what they think I am, and then like when they get to know me, they're like, "Oh shit, you're not like that at all." Like, right? That's just great.
So I think it's interesting because Facebook memories come up all the time, and I see them, and it's like, damn, I've always thought this way, right? My writing wasn't always that good, but
same.
But the thought processes were similar. But when I think of like, what made me emotionally intelligent, I think back to one of my exes, right?
Damn, the first heartbreak?
I say like the second relationship.
Okay.
That was the first time that I could really say like I was conscientious, made aware, and learned about someone else's emotions. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm in control of this. Like I can contribute, take away. Like these, just because I feel how I feel, I have to learn and understand this other person's feelings and emotions.
Was this person emotionally reactive a lot? Because it almost sounds like you had to walk on eggshells.
No, I wouldn't say that, but you have to learn, like, you have to learn your person's love language, what turns them on, what turns them off, what triggers them, how to make them happy. You know what I mean? Like, all of that is emotional intelligence, learning their emotions.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So, like, that at 25, 26 years old was the first time I was like, okay, this set this person off. Were they really mad at me for this, or is there a greater thing? You get what I'm saying? And that's when I had to really like read someone, and I'm better for that. You know, I mean, I think at that time I really didn't realize it, and it definitely contributed to like some of our issues. But now at 30 years old, I could look back and say like,
I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry for 2004. Those are the only words I know of that song.
Yo, Ruben, come on the
Ruben, come on the show. But I think like at 25 was the first time that I can openly say like, you know, really being conscientious and aware of like,
wow, that's
another person.
It's so funny because they do say that men mature slower than women, but I think when they say that, they're referring to emotional intelligence.
How so?
Because I think women have more circles. From
They're like trees.
Huh?
Trees have the rings on the inside of the circles to show their age. You didn't know that?
I did.
You just didn't see the connection.
I did it. And I was going to make a joke. I was like, women got rings on the inside. Is that their body count? My memory.
Why does he do this?
Oh, no. That's just where my brain went. But because I think women at younger ages, they, from just my observation of like people I went to school with, they had like slumber parties. They had like more circles and more connections with other women to be emotionally vulnerable than men do. So being able to, it's easier to deduce things while talking to a group of people rather than researching it on your own. Because as a collective, you can have 5 people researching something and come to 5 different realizations that are all also true, as opposed to men typically like, I'm just going to go in my cave, I'm going to read, I'm going to play some video games, I'm going to really just like think, and just try to figure this out for myself. That's what I'm saying, yeah. Because we weren't really given the space because like what would that space look like other than like sports?
Right.
And like having a collective team sport. But, you know, guys, I don't even know, like, I heard a lot of weird things about girls' sleepovers in middle school, but like how many sleepovers did you used to have as a kid?
Like outside of family?
Yeah.
2?
Yeah, right? Like what am I staying over your house for other than to play video games like all day?
Yeah, I don't think like if it wasn't family members or me going to a soccer tournament in the morning, like
is that because like you've always not liked people, or is just like you never saw the point? Because I never really understood the point.
It never occurred to me to be like, hey Spencer, I want to go to your house and not go to mine at the end of the night. Like, like I would go to like Nelson, bro. I would lie to my parents, right, and tell them that I missed the bus, and then go to his house after school, play video games. His grandmother would cook dinner. My dad was always pissed because I would do it on the days that he wasn't supposed to have us, so he'd have to bring me to Bloomfield, and it was like, but I never thought like, damn, I'm about to spend the night at Nelson's house. Like, yeah,
me either.
Where? Oh, you can.
No, go ahead.
Where do values tie into emotional intelligence? Like your values, your morals, do those things coincide with each other? Do one have to do with the other?
Whew, that's a powerful question. I've been sitting with this for a while. As we know, I'm pretty logical. But the common
subjective.
As I'm studying more successful people and like people who make it further in life than what we're used to and like what we're surrounded with, they all have strong emotional ties to the bigger picture of what they're looking to accomplish, and they all stand bigger than themselves, whether it be religion, family, community, and organization. Like, they all stand for something that I think is a way to compartmentalize bad times. But it's just interesting. So I think having that emotional tie to what you're trying to accomplish and that self-awareness of like, okay, I am triggered by failure, or I'm triggered by what the negative ramifications would be of me not hitting my goal, because there's a lot more at stake than just me. If that made sense, I feel like
No, I think it does, and I might be reiterating what you're saying or saying something totally different, but I think for me, instead of attaching to the final goal or the bigger goal, I look to take my values and morals and carry it through the work. You get what I'm saying? Like, wherever my end destination is, whatever I'm doing, I want to make sure that in this moment, through and through, I am carrying my values and morals with me. When I'm coaching, I want you to look at me and be like, no, this guy cares. He's hardworking. He's dedicated. You know, all that stuff. He's loyal. Like, my...
Yeah.
As opposed to attaching it to the end goal, it's like, at the end is like, all right, all this stuff is produced. Whereas if I do it throughout, it's like, nah, it's there.
And see, that's interesting, because you're essentially saying that you want people, like, perspective being reality, you want people's perspective of you to be your value showing. And what I have struggled with is that I genuinely don't give a fuck what people think, but I also think like I need to give a fuck what people think in some capacity.
See, I don't know if it's caring what people think, because truthfully I don't, but
you do, you just said it.
No, it's the, like, I want if my work is a reflection of me, I want you to look and say, all right, this is what I see. You get what I'm saying? Like, this person worked hard. This person is caring. Like, all those things. I mean, you might see it differently, but if I put myself into my work, then you're going to see, like, okay, I could see this person's values. I could see that this person really cares. And not even about what I think about him, just about this work, about what he's doing, about who he is. Because at the end of the day, I care more about who I am than who you think I am.
That's fair. So, okay, that's good. That actually helped, because I'm gonna go back to not giving a fuck. No. Yeah, because that's always been my modus operandi. Right?
God bless you.
Choo.
You sneeze. I didn't know you spoke Latin.
Modus operandi?
Bless you.
That's crazy.
Oh, I thought that was you when you said motorboat around the today. I was like, this nigga wild on the show. He said he gonna motorboat you today.
That's crazy.
I'm on fire today.
So that's always been. I think that's just always been my perspective to other people's. Like, yo, he works a lot. Yo, people at the agency, I guess leadership says it a lot. Like, yo, you work a lot more than like what is reflected. I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that. Like,
wait, what?
Yeah,
that does not sound good.
Well, to not go down a rabbit hole, but yeah, looking at my business and like the amount of work I'm putting in, if it hasn't been intentional to like where I could be going. So yeah. I mean, I guess that's cool, but like that's the part where I just don't give a fuck. I'm like, yeah, I'm working really hard, but like I'm just now seeing like
there's a method to the madness.
Yeah, the results of that work. And I don't know. I think my issue is that people try to give you pats on the back and like coddle you, and like I just don't need that, and then I don't receive it well, so then it just gets weird. And that's why I was like, I really just don't care anymore. Like, y'all say what you say, I'm gonna keep it pushing.
See, but that has something to say about emotions in itself too.
How so?
Well, yeah, that's one thing. You're not able to take in whatever other people are saying because it counteracts what you're saying about yourself or where you want to be.
It also, okay, I can understand that. And
I'm not saying that in a negative.
No, I
right,
get that.
Right.
But I also have to believe that it's coming from a genuine place. It's kind of hard when you work around a bunch of salespeople. Like, we know how to talk to people in a certain way to make them feel a certain way, but like, it's hard for me unless we have a relationship where I trust what you're saying is coming from a genuine place. To me,
I take what you say with a grain of salt.
Yeah, you just giving me a pitch, and like, I don't need that.
So I think one thing that I've noticed this year is, well, I've noticed this a long time ago, but I'm a lot, right? I tell people all the time, I'm annoying. I know that I'm annoying, right? And as I say, like, if you don't like me, something's wrong with you. And I firmly believe that, as I've said so many times on this show.
Yeah.
Also, what can I do to make you like me? You get what I'm saying? And that's part
you care about that.
I don't think I care, but it's one of those things. Like, one of my bosses at my school, I used to always tell her, like, I'm the annoying little brother you never wanted, right? Because like, we would clash heads and like go back and forth, and at the end of the day, it's my boss. Like, I should sit here and respect you, right? To a degree. Another conversation. But it's one of those things that is like, all right, maybe the way I approach you is not going to be the same way I approach Ash. You get what I'm saying? And yes,
that's emotional intelligence.
Right.
Yeah.
I can always authentically be me, but aware that Ash can't handle it, or maybe Ash reacts better this way. That's being aware of myself and also aware of Ash. And then be like, okay, I could be this way with Spencer because this, that, the third.
So at what point is it just like, listen, this is going to hurt your feelings, but I'm saying it anyways? Like, when does that come into play? Because I find that
when I've tried it your way and it just, we not getting nowhere. Because at least if we still don't agree, I could at least say, I tried it your way, and now I'm just, here you have it.
Yeah, I know in like previous friendships and relationships, I think I've coddled people too much because my perspective of them is like, they're very...
Do you always have to say what's on your mind? Like, are some things sometimes better off left unsaid?
Personally, I trust my gut and my intuition. So if I have the urge that I need to say something, it may not always be relative or right, but I would much rather get it out than something go left later on and I could have said it like when I wanted to.
Okay. So with that being said, can you admit when you're wrong?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Damn, I fucked up. I used to work so hard, so I never met failure. And now I still don't like it, but I'm trying to adopt the philosophy to fail more often because that's where majority of the learning experience is, and that's where you get better. But you also, having emotional intelligence and being self-aware, I also know that I need daily wins. Like, I need to go to the gym every day because that's my win. And like, when I feel sore, I know I did something productive for myself.
Right.
Because I'm actively seeking failure, like that will weigh on you over time. So like, you also have to have like gratitude and just be like, okay, I got my wins here. This is where I fell short. What can I do to adjust this? But I still have my daily consistent wins that I get.
So, according to Daniel
Sloss? Nah.
Goleman, he's an American psychologist who has helped popularize emotional intelligence. There are 5 key elements of this sentence did not come out at all. I was trying to sound all educated and shit. Like I did my homework. There are 5 key elements of emotional intelligence, according to Sir Goleman: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Okay? We've kind of hit on self-awareness in the sense of like, do they go hand in hand? And according to him, you can't have one without the other. And I think I kind of hit on it earlier, realizing like, I know I'm a lot, but now let me tap into other people's emotions as I deliver myself differently. self-regulation, admitting when you're wrong, right? And you kind of just hit on that. And my thing when it comes to like admitting when you're wrong, sorry is only acceptable so many times until it's like, bro, like now you're just doing this on purpose.
Is it the same thing?
What do you mean?
Like, because if I apologize, because I'm not, if I apologize, that means I meant it. Because a lot of times I said what I said. So,
but sometimes I said what I said, and I'm sorry that it hurt your feelings. I still meant it.
That's not an apology. Because I said, like, I'm not sorry it hurt your feelings. Because I said what I said. Like, you probably needed to hear that. So I say all that to say, when I do apologize, like, no, it's coming from a good place. So that's why my initial question, are we apologizing for the same thing that you keep doing wrong, or is these just apologies in general?
Well, you just kind of mind fucked me. I don't know what I'm apologizing for anymore.
I don't apologize neither.
Fuck him.
Well, again, I trust my gut and my intuition. So, like, if I feel that I need to say something that you need to hear, based on what I know about you, my observations, and my emotional intelligence I picked up from you, yeah, like if that hurts your feelings, like good. It probably needed to, like, learn from it.
So what about accountability then? Holding yourself accountable. That's the same thing?
Yeah, because like if I fuck with you, like I probably have, I know if I fuck with you, I have love for you. So which means anything I'm saying to you, aw, don't touch me, no, I'm joking. So whatever I'm saying is coming from a place of love. So it's like, yeah, if you fucking up, or like you're continuously fucking up, or you're playing the victim, and I'm gonna call you out on it. And yeah, you know, the truth hurts at first, and then it sets you free. Like, you just have to acknowledge it.
Okay. The third one is motivation, and you kind of just hit on that, you know, with your daily wins. I think an important thing to remember, do you remember the time
I was doing Lion King?
When think about motivation is your why, and not just your why but other people's whys. I think that really can tap into people's emotions.
Your motivation?
Well, just your why.
Your why? Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I was saying before. Like, these people who have been extremely successful in what they do, they have an emotional attachment to their why, their religion, their organization, whatever that they stand for. So, yeah, I see that.
Now, fourth, and my favorite one, ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll? Oh, can I get a drum roll? Can I get a drum roll?
There's no drum roll.
Can I get a drum roll?
It's C. Hit C. You're looking for C.
No, I was. Hey, middle dance. We don't have a drum roll, but
I wish Bri was here so he could just zoom in on my face.
Empathy. I think if you were a glass and we had to break you down into percentages, I think you are 5% empathetic.
Really?
Yes.
Because I would say I'm an empath.
Empath?
Empath.
So you can't even say the shit right.
I've heard it pronounced both.
Empath? That sounds like a Pokemon. Is it empath?
I've heard empath.
Okay, empath. Fuck it. Whatever.
How would you... Because you essentially just said, like, I'm going to tell you what it is and not really care about your feelings.
No. I said based on the emotional intelligence I've picked up of you. Because one thing about me, and this is why...
But empathy's not about you.
Thank you. One thing about me is that I feel other people's emotions. I feel their energy. I pick up on it. That doesn't mean I need to acknowledge it for myself. Like, just because you're sad right now doesn't mean it's going to make me sad, but I feel your sadness.
Okay. I don't know if feeling is the right word. I think you are acknowledging. I can acknowledge.
I have to feel it and then acknowledge that I feel it.
Well,
Sorry.
I think you just have that capability of being aware of when other people's like vibes or energies are off,
Right.
and that's okay. But I think when it comes to like emotional intelligence, I think empathy is big because I'm curious that sympathy is not also in there too, because I feel like you have to have both sympathy and empathy and know when to switch from either or and being able to do both.
So
What does sympathy get you?
empathy is but that's where you're wrong.
I didn't.
Because
I asked a question.
no, I know, but hold on.
Okay.
Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another.
Yes.
Right? So here's where I think you lack. I think you can understand. I don't even think you can understand, because if you saw someone crying, you would be like, I don't understand why you're crying. So I think
You sympathize. You don't have to understand either.
I have no pity
You
for
can just
anyone.
say,
But
I'm sorry that whatever is making you sad is making you so sad that you're crying right now.
right, and that's why I say you can acknowledge. I acknowledge that you're crying,
Yeah.
but I cannot understand or accept why.
Yes, I can, bruh. Yes.
So,
I just don't see that for myself. Like I don't see.
but again, it's not about you. It's about the other
But
person.
do I not need to feel what they're feeling to acknowledge it?
you don't need to
Y'all
feel it.
just said that's what empathy is.
Ability to understand. Well, I guess share the feelings,
Okay.
but you're not taking it on to yourself.
No, I'm not Jesus. Like, I'm not doing. I don't need to do that. But I can. I'm like, yeah, I feel that, but I don't need to cry. I can sit here with you.
Well, I'm not saying you need to cry.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, the little boy that can't afford 12 shirts, and for your response to say,
I would buy the nigga 12 shirts.
I guess that's
After you just said that's poor budgeting.
that's poor budget. Thank you.
It's poor budgeting that they can't afford it, because I'm sure if I went through their financials, they could find money to buy 12 shirts. But since the little nigga can't get it, I would buy you 12 shirts. Like, I don't care. Like, I want you to feel good. At the end of the day, I like making people feel good. So when people are in shitty situations, yes, I promise y'all, I feel it. I'm not emotionally reactive like y'all.
Can I tell you something? Well, first of all,
I was like, don't come for
yeah, I was like,
Oh, now y'all feel some type.
Sometimes just correct me.
I don't know why. For some reason, my fist just popped up.
Emotionally reactive.
Like, I'm in. Like, we talk about empathy. I don't know why. I just cocked a real good right.
That's crazy.
Like, I don't know why. I just looked down and my hand was balled up.
Jacob got a little fight.
Yeah.
Like, I was
No, but it's just funny because, like, bro, I've had at least, and bro, I'm not even exaggerating when I say this.
Yeah.
I've had 5 to 10 people be like, yo, that nigga Spencer needs a therapist. Yo, that nigga Spencer
But
does not
why?
know empathy.
But why? I do. I just think y'all aren't used to seeing it this way. Y'all are used to people coddling or like, oh my gosh, what's happening? I could feel that internally and just look at you with a straight face. Yo, what's going on?
So here's the thing. The difference between empathy and sympathy is that empathy is shown in how much compassion and understanding we can give to another, whereas sympathy is more of a feeling of pity for another.
Yeah.
Empathy is our ability to understand how someone feels, and that's important. Understand how they feel. That doesn't mean you need to also feel it. While sympathy is our relief in not having the same problems. Now, I wouldn't say you're a sympathetic person because, yeah, like, I feel like when it comes to pity, it's like I'm shaming you, right? Like,
I don't have sympathy for you. I got a solution.
yeah, I wouldn't say.
That's the thing, though. Like, some people in certain moments, they don't always need an answer.
Sometimes they just need to be heard.
They just want to know that, like, you see and hear them in that moment that they're sad for whatever reason.
Yeah, I understand that. I think y'all have never been around me during these times, but you could.
You're right.
There's
Because over here is, you can't wear 12 shirts, nigga.
Solution for you is like,
man up,
Knit them shits.
man up, little. I think y'all have a specific view or perspective on me, which I don't. Yeah, which is great. I like. Listen, I love it. But when it like push comes to shove, when it comes down to like needing a person to be there for you, if you need to cry, if you need to do any of these things, like I'm for sure like.
But that's something else because you are a reliable person.
Yeah, but like you can be reliable and not empathetic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're saying like no matter what, I'm gonna be there for you. Yeah, that don't mean you're empathetic. That means you're reliable.
I don't think any of y'all have I don't think y'all have given me a reason to show empathy.
Damn.
Well,
this is dig a hole. Dig. What the fuck? I'm now we sound like two niggas with a mic. I really do not know what to say. We are gonna move on to the next, the sixth and final component of emotional intelligence.
See, I'm cracking
5.
up.
I'm sorry, you are 5.
Okay,
you're right. 5. See, I can admit when I'm wrong. Have empathy for me.
That's sympathy you're looking for.
I don't know what the fuck I'm looking for at this point.
Yo,
the final is social skills, which I don't think anybody in this room struggles with. But I do find as I continue to grow and get older, my social skills are forever developing.
That part. Yeah, because you gotta, my social skills right now wouldn't be adequate for certain rooms that I want to be in. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, we've been chopping it up almost an hour, and I had some things about self-awareness that I think we could always bring this topic back.
That's a fact. I think we need some
who man
or yes, yeah.
Because if we say female, we're wrong, right? Wrong.
Yeah, we don't need any women dogs in here. Bro, my Latin teacher in high school, I said female and she kicked me out of class. I was like, excuse me? No, we don't speak about women that way. Female? Like, I didn't know I was in the wrong. Like, I didn't mean it maliciously. Like, you would have thought I called her a bitch to her face. Like, I was so thrown off.
Yeah. Well, shit, bro. Let's, this was a lot. We were all over, but these are the episodes that get the views, bro.
Facts.
On some Drake shit.
They gonna be like, yo, he definitely needs.
I'm on a roll today. I said we get views on some Drake shit.
I don't get it.
Drake dropped an album called Views.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know the names of them. But I'm sure it was a good joke. It was a good joke.
That shit stung you like a scorpion. Get it? Because Drake dropped an album named Scorpion.
I don't know Drake.
It's all right, bro. After this episode, nothing's gonna be the same.
Get it?
Get it? Because nothing was the same. Yeah.
Is Take Care an album or a song?
It's okay, bro. Because after this, I'm telling you to take care. Get it? Because he dropped an album called Take Care.
Answer my question.
You just asked if Take Care was a song or an album of Drake. I hope Drake fans roast you.
I hope they do too. They can fight me too. What up?
That is like
There's nothing a Drake fan has anything to say to me.
Facts.
Actually.
From a retired Drake fan, he stood 10 toes down on that.
But I just named 5 Drake albums.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. We'll take it back to 2014 and go up the forest to Hill the Dry. Nah, that was a bad one. Yeah. No.
I know that one, and it was butchered.
Oh man, yeah. But yeah, nah, bro. Let's wrap this shit up and make like a banana and split. Oh, I should have said the stripper one. Make like a stripper's legs and split.
Okay. Yeah, this was definitely an interesting episode. I guess my 15 seconds of fame is not to give any spoilers, but May 11th.
Say it again.
May 11th.
What day?
May 11th.
Okay.
It's a Thursday. Friday's Eve. Make sure y'all mark your calendars. We got some big things coming.
Bro, everybody that's listening, watching, streaming, whatever, Yeah, I don't got shit to do May 11th. So May 11th right now, mark it off.
Yeah.
Just
if you're not out the state or out the country,
you shouldn't be unless your shit was booked 2 months ago. Cancel the shit right now. I don't want to hear nothing because you're gonna miss out and be bruh. May 11th. My bad, bro. This was your 15
what
seconds.
was that noise?
This is what people be saying, man. I just want to be man. You guys need to give me a hoodie.
But yeah, so May 11th, definitely pull up, and I guess my 15 seconds is take some time out of your day, your week, your month, and show somebody close to you empathy.
That was real, bro.
Yeah, do it for me since I don't do it.
That was real. Well, shit, I've apparently never given you a reason to.
There was the car situation. I felt that.
Really? I felt that shit for real.
I'm feeling it now.
So now you feel it. That's why you feel empathy, because you're in my situation. Thank you guys to Court Vision, the creative campus, allowing us to call this place home.
Facts.
Cannot wait for you guys, our listeners, the higher ups, to come and fuck with us here one day. We're gonna put that in the works. All that being said, Ash, thanks for being here. Bri, we miss you, but glad you're doing your thing.
Being great.
Yes, sir. My 15 seconds of fame is don't wait. Don't wait to start that new job. Don't wait to ask that person out. Don't wait to follow us. Don't wait to get on the train, because you're going to miss out.
Use some emotional intelligence before you ask that person out, because it could go down in flames. My bad.
Nah, but don't even, because you're going to learn. If it goes down in flames, you're going to learn. So, but just don't wait. Whatever you do, don't wait. Because when I'm telling you, you're going to miss out. Life is going to happen before you even fucking realize it. Then you're going to be mad at yourself, and you're going to be looking for Spencer to give you empathy. And he's going to say, I don't got empathy or sympathy for you.
I got a strong hug.
And that's it.
That's it.
And I say all that to say this is the best fucking podcast, CT. May 11th, we coming to take over the world. And don't fuck it up, because you know what?
Peace.